Hello, this is Adam with Dream Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
The Ronin Wars were something of a turning point for the states of the Inner Sphere. The formation of the Free Rasselhog Republic added a new player to intergalactic politics for the first time since the days of the Star League. While other independent states had been formed in the Inner Sphere during the Secession Wars, these were micronations and were never more than a side note. The Rasselhog Republic was large enough to be a de facto sixth successor state and having the potential to change the balance of power forever. While the plan had the blessings of those at the highest echelons of Draconis combined power, there were those that could not stand the idea of the dragon losing so much so quickly. These former samurai took it upon themselves to hold on to the worlds and not accept the disgrace of withdrawal. One such world served as the rally point and major stronghold of the Ronin forces. Orstis was to be the staging ground for raids by the 2nd Night Stalkers, the 22nd Rasselhog Regulars, and the Alton-marked Militia. The sudden death of the Ronin's principal leader, Warlord Vasily Sherinkov, and the resulting confusion delayed the raids. This delay meant that all three forces were present when the 3rd Drakons, backed up by the mercenary companies on loan from the Lyrans, the Legion of the Rising Sun, and the Dismal Disinherited, arrived to take the system. The fighting was bitter, the 3rd Drakons focusing on the Alton-marked Militia, while the mercenaries kept the Regulars and Night Stalkers busy. As part of their push, elements from the Dismal Disinherited moved on the units of the 2nd Night Stalkers near the city of Kirtenbach. As part of a larger offensive, Granger Lance approached the outskirts of the city, looking for the Ronin reported in the area. Granger Lance knew the 2nd Night Stalkers were a fast raiding force, made largely of lighter units. When the mechs of Hakume Lance patrolling the rolling hills detected the intruders, they rushed headlong to attack the mercenaries, determined to keep them away from the city and what lay within. Turn 1. The dragon walks to the hill, taking cover behind it. The charger walks with the dragon. The Hermes 3 races forward at full speed. The Jenner runs up and over the hill, joining the Hermes. The Wolfhound runs forward. The Locust races past the Wolfhound. The Awesome runs ahead. The Enforcer runs with the Awesome. The Awesome opens fire with 2 of his PPCs. One misses, but the other catches the Jenner's right arm. The Wolfhound also targets the Jenner, firing his large laser but misses. The Dragon fires his LRM-10 at the Locust, but the missiles miss. The Charger and the Hermes both shoot a large laser at the Locust, both missing. The Jenner fires 2 of his medium lasers at the Locust, scoring a hit on the left leg. The Locust returns fire on the Jenner with both of his medium lasers but misses. The Enforcer also targets the Jenner with his large laser, but also misses. Turn 2. The Awesome runs, taking cover behind the hill. The Dragon takes aim. The Charger goes over the top, racing forward. The Hermes turns north, trying to outflank the mercenaries. The Jenner runs around the hill and Wolfhound trying to get behind the enemy. The Wolfhound backs up, getting into melee with the Jenner. The Locust runs ahead, getting behind the Dragon. The Enforcer walks into melee with the Hermes. The Awesome unleashes all 3 of his PPCs at the approaching Charger, but all 3 miss. The Hermes challenges the Enforcer, firing a large laser but fails to connect. The Jenner fires 3 of his medium lasers at the Wolfhound, scoring hits on the left torso and right leg. He kicks out, further damaging the Wolfhound's left leg. The Locust Alpha strikes the rear of the Dragon, raking the rear torsos with medium and small laser fire, but just cannot penetrate. He kicks out, damaging the thick armor of the right leg. The Dragon responds, firing his rear-mounted medium laser at the Locust, hitting the tiny mech's left arm. The Ronin mech warrior switches targets, firing his PPC at the Enforcer. The shot looks to go high, but strikes the Enforcer square in the head, nearly taking it off. The Charger returns fire on the Awesome with his large laser, but misses. Just as the PPC blast hits the Enforcer, the mech warrior pulls his triggers, Alpha striking the Hermes. The autocannon rounds rip away armor of the center torso, the large laser misses, and the small laser hits the left arm. Stumbling from the impact, the injured mech warrior somehow manages to kick the Hermes' left leg. Turn 3. The Locust turns and runs, trying to help the Enforcer. The Dragon tracks the departing Locust. The Charger runs, getting into melee with the Locust. The Enforcer backs off, trying to withdraw. The Awesome walks, trying to get better cover. The Hermes walks behind the fleeing Enforcer, cutting him off. The Jenner, trying to continue his duel with the Wolfhound, walks back, trying to pull him away. The Wolfhound turns north, cutting contact with the Jenner, trying to assist the Enforcer. The Hermes fires his large laser at the rear of the Enforcer, hitting it in the left arm. He punches out, one missing, but the other denting the armor of the right rear torso. The Jenner, denied his honorable duel, targets the rear of the Awesome, firing 2 of his lasers, one melting some armor off the rear center torso. The Awesome keeps targeting the Charger, firing a blast from 2 of his PPCs, but misses. The Locust also targets the Charger, Alpha striking it, a medium laser hitting the center torso, while a small laser damages the right leg. The Wolfhound fires his 3 medium lasers at the Hermes, one misses, but the other 2 hit the right arm and center torso. The Dragon fires his PPC and LRM-10 at the Locust. The PPC misses, but missiles slam into the rear left torso and center torso, punching through the paper-thin armor of the rear center torso. The explosions reach out, nearly destroying the mech's engine, causing the mech to drastically overheat. The Charger also opens up on the Locust, firing his dual medium lasers and kicking out. The Locust stumbles, luckily evading the attacks. The Enforcer fires on the looming Charger with his large laser and AC-10. The laser misses, but rounds from the autocannon damage the Charger's left arm. Turn 4. The Hermes backs up, trying to keep the Enforcer from escaping. The Dragon continues to concentrate on targeting. The Charger runs into melee, challenging both the Wolfhound and the Enforcer. The Jenner runs around, going north, completing the encirclement of the Enforcer. The Locust, overheating, runs at his best speed south. The Wolfhound walks, getting away from the Charger and attacking the Hermes. The Enforcer backs south, trying to get behind the hill, but it's just a little too slow. The Hermes fires on the Wolfhound with his large laser, but misses. He kicks out, damaging the right leg. The Enforcer fires his large laser and AC-10 at the Hermes, trying to even the odds. The laser misses, but explosive shells slam into the head, the 2 mech warriors now struggling with the extreme head damage. The Dragon's LRMs lock onto the Locust. He fires. The missiles fly, but somehow lose their tracking, missing the recon mech. The Awesome targets the Charger, firing blasts from 2 PPCs. One stream of charged particles misses, but the other catches the assault mech in the head, nearly taking it off. The blast somehow misses anything vital. The Locust holds his fire. He has no way of cooling his mech. The Jenner holds his fire. The wolfhound slips and falls forward, falling on his center torso. He lifts up, firing his 3 medium lasers at the Hermes. One hits the right torso, but the others miss. The Charger mech warrior screams his bonsai and fires his large laser and 2 medium lasers at the Enforcer, but the cockpit damage causes him to miss his shots. Turn 5. The Dragon keeps targeting from his cover. The Hermes also calls for his duel to the death, ignoring the damage to his mech, seeing a fallen foe below. The Wolfhound stands and backs off. The Enforcer mech warrior fires his jump jets, leaping away. The Charger runs, getting into melee with the Wolfhound. The Awesome backs off, trying to withdraw with his lance. The Locust, his heat ever increasing, runs as fast as he can after the Enforcer to safety. The Jenner turns around, heading back to his lance mates. The Wolfhound fires his medium lasers at the Charger, 2 hitting the right torso, the other the left arm. He kicks out, hitting the right leg, but it doesn't stop the charging ex-samurai. The Awesome targets the distant Dragon, firing 2 PPCs but misses. The Jenner, angered by the cowardice of the mercenaries, fires his quad medium lasers at the Wolfhound, raking it with fire. The Charger fires his medium lasers at the Wolfhound, one hitting the damaged left leg. He sees an opening and kicks out, the Charger's massive foot ripping the crippled leg off the mech, nearly sending it up into the mech's torso. The Wolfhound falls, falling hard on the right arm. The Dragon fires his LRM-10 at the Awesome but misses. The Hermes holds his fire, cooling his mech and reconsidering his position. Turn 6. The Wolfhound mech warrior pulls the ejection lever. The Charger runs at the Awesome. The Awesome runs, trying to escape. The Jenner jumps behind the Awesome. The Dragon charges up and over the hill after the fleeing assault mech. The Hermes turns south to add his firepower to the attack on the Awesome. The Jenner kicks out as he lands, hitting the right leg and cooling his mech. The Dragon's PPC reaches out, damaging the Awesome's right arm. The Hermes fires his large laser, melting armor off the Awesome's right torso. The Charger mech warrior, enraged, fires his medium lasers, hitting the Awesome's right leg and torso. He swings out his barrel arm, clubbing it down on top of the Awesome's head. Seeing an opening, he follows up the next blow with the mech's battle fist, crashing through the cracked canopy, through the cockpit, and nearly out the other side. The Awesome falls as the Charger retracts his arm, smeared with what remains of the mercenary's skull. Aftermath. While early victories went well, with the Alan Termart militia being overrun near the city of Ormond, the 22nd Regulars and the Night Stalkers were proving a problem. Despite the mauling of Granger Lance, Force commanders expected the Night Stalkers to quickly abandon the city and make for the safety of open ground, where their fast mechs would be most effective. Yet, attack after attack saw the Night Stalkers remain in and around Kirtenbach. Despite their mechs not being suitable and the resulting losses because of their unsuitability, the Night Stalkers seemed determined to hold Kirtenbach, even though the city was ill-suited as a stronghold. Newly formed Republic intelligence units finally found their answer. After several failed attempts, an Aerotech flyover managed to return with scans and pictures of the inner city. Despite attempts by the Ronin to evacuate Draconis Combine citizens, not all the civilians had managed to make it off-planet before the invasion began. The Second Night Stalkers refused to abandon the large numbers of helpless civilians who had taken up refuge in the city, apparently seeing it as their sacred duty to protect them at all costs. Intelligence also learned of rituals taking place within the city, the Ronin mech warriors purifying themselves, preparing to fight to the last man. The New Republic was well aware of the reputation of Draconis Combine soldiers and their extreme tactics when such decisions were made. The forces involved with the attack on Kirtenbach would have to be expanded, and casualty projections would be greatly increased. The Republic forces and their hired mercenaries had neither the time nor capacity for such a battle. With the aid of a translator, a plan was made. On 15th August 3034, contact was made with the Second Night Stalkers. The Free Rasselhog Republic praised the Ronin for their bravery and resistance against all odds. Out of respect for their honorable accomplishments, they extended an offer. The civilians would be allowed to leave the planet, and the Second Night Stalkers would be their honored protectors. The Night Stalkers would be entrusted with their citizens' safety until they reached Combine space. The message worked. The Second Night Stalkers accepted the praise and terms. Free Rasselhog forces pulled back from Kierenbach, and the Second stood down. Leaving only a small force behind to monitor the Night Stalkers, the bulk of the mercenaries were quickly redeployed to concentrate attacks against the 22nd Regulars. The Night Stalkers departed shortly thereafter and parade honors along with their civilian charges. The 22nd Regulars would not be so fortunate. Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.